And hello all my fellow nerds out there, this is Orgo Richie and welcome back once again to DDLC Blue Skies. So last time we were we're gonna be continuing on the Yuri route last video, and we're doing the same thing here. Basically, there's no introduction needed, I guess. The bell rings, signaling the end of a nurse school day. As usual, sound of footsteps and scraping chairs fills the air. I stand up and make my way down to the literature club. As I push over the door, the air is immediately filled with what sounds like an argument, a given scene as I could hear Natsuki's voice down the corridor. And who's her unfortunate opponent this time? Of course. All I'm saying is that cash should be a perfectly viable option to give as a present. But isn't that a rather cold and pragmatic present? I sidled it to Monica and Sayori. So, how'd this one start? I was talking to Monica about the Secret Santa for Christmas, which led to a conversation on the gifts. Natsuki mentioned that she wouldn't mind receiving money, and here we are. We all watch as the two girls continue to squabble. Both of them still look fairly adamant about their positions. Yet another day, another argument. Literally that one scene, that one thing that Terrorizer had said in the Vandals video, like another day, another piece of bullshit for bribery. What's going on here? Aren't you going to break it up? I could, but I think this still counts as more of a debate than a rather full-blown argument. I think it still counts as an argument, buddy. And I'm hoping that it gives me gift ideas. I turn back to the verbal sparring session. There's no thought put into it. All you're doing is telling the receiver to buy their own present in lieu of you taking the effort to do so. And that's the point of giving people money. I'd be way happier getting money than something I don't need or want for Christmas. You can do anything with that money. Anything! And you won't have to worry about what to do with the present you don't want. It just seems tasteless to me. There's no Christmas spirit involved. Christmas is supposed to be more than just gift exchange. But what about people who don't know me well, or who don't know what to get me? Aren't they just supposed to ask me what I want? That ruins the surprise too. At that point, I better cut out the middleman and just get the money as a present. In that case, they should just try to subtly get to know you better, or ask one of your friends. Yeah, because that's so easy to do. And what if I just flat out want money as a present because I don't need anything, or because I want to save up money for something I big to get myself? That's not the point of the presents, though. Okay, then what's the point of it all, huh? As I said, the point is to show people that you care for them by gifting them things that you believe they need or want. But what if I want money? Like, geez, sorry for not being rich enough to not worry about saving up for things. It's just not something you do during Christmas. Well, gift giving shouldn't even really be a central part of Christmas. But given that we do emphasize on how emphasize it now in modern times, we should see the process of picking out a present and gifting it to someone as a celebration of all the time you spend with the recipient. And it shows that you care enough to give them something personal. Impermanent presents, things that don't last, they're really just quick and easy substitutes for thoughtful, lifelong gifts. Okay, if you hate impermanent presents so much, then I'm guessing you don't like food as presents too. I wouldn't say I hate them. Come on, what's wrong with food? It's a perfectly good gift. I mean, I wouldn't mind having some sweets as a gift, but items that can be tied to experiences are more sentimental in nature. Make for much better gifts. Shouldn't gifts be of more long-term value? If you give someone food, they're just going to eat it, and within a day it'll be gone. Whereas if you get someone a book or clothes, they'll be able to keep it for far longer. But what makes you think that food can't have any sentiment attached? If you give someone food that you made yourself, there's still a lot of thoughtfulness going into it. Like chocolates, they're a pretty popular gift. Yes, but not as Christmas presents. They're typically suited for White Day or Valentine's Day. And besides, I didn't say anything about them not being sentimental. Well, you sure seem to be implying it. Who said that the gifts absolutely have to last forever? You said Christmas is supposed to be more than gift exchange, but it seems like you're pretty hung up on the gifts part. Whoa, looks like this might be heating up. I glanced over at Monica and Yuri, who shrugged back at me. Should we do something? Although Monica isn't much of a mediator. It's only because you're taking this tradition and eliminating all the emotion involved. Huh? But all I'm saying is that people have different feelings towards these things. And anyways, aren't you the one imposing your own tastes on others? Everyone wants a book for Christmas. You're the one who's deriding my opinions. For someone who supposedly cares a lot about people's feelings, you don't seem to care about mine. What? The only thing I've been saying is that money isn't a bad option. And food too. All this time I've just been defending my own position. Why the heck are you attacking me over this? I'm not attacking. It's just that you don't seem to care about Christmas spirit at all. You shouldn't try to take advantage of these traditions for your own selfish reasons. Natsuki goes red with anger, clearly fuming. Selfish? Selfish for having an opinion about what I personally want for Christmas? You have any idea? Ugh. So I can't care about what I get, or am I a bad person? You... Crap. I look over to Monica and Sari, who stare back at me, eyes wide. Monica nods her head at them, as if to encourage me to break it up. Man, why me? Well, I guess I might consider the close of the Yuri at this point, but still. Either way, I'd better intervene fast before someone says something they really regret. But whose side should I pick? Natsuki has pretty much been on the defensive the whole time, and she's actually made some pretty good points. But as much as I hate to say it, if I back up Yuri, I'll probably get brownie points with her. In any case, I better say something fast. So I'll pick... Shoot. I actually have no clue who to pick. I mean... I feel like if I just side with Yuri, then Natsuki won't really feel like... I mean, Natsuki has been on the defensive, like, just listen to the argument. But, like... I mean, I think I kind of need to choose Natsuki here. Like... I feel like she's made a few good points here and there, and I don't know. I just feel like it's the right thing to do. Hey guys, hold up. Both girls turn to me, Yuri with a hopeful expression and Natsuki still seething. What, are you here to be Yuri's knight in shining armor? Ready to rail on me too? Jeez, she's making me regret choosing her side. Well, even so, I can't just lie and say Natsuki is in the wrong, right? Natsuki, look, I actually agree with you, alright? You do? She stares at me, eyebrows raised, and then crosses her arms and turns to the side with a pout. I mean, of course you do, because I'm right. Monica and I simultaneously roll our eyes. Richie, what? Shoot, Yuri. Can't avoid catching her eyes, but... she has a rather forlorn look on her face, almost as if she's just been betrayed. Better clear the air. Yuri, that's not to say that you didn't have any good points yourself, but I just think that you've been arguing against the wrong position. Yeah, exactly. If someone doesn't want money or food as a gift, it's not like I'm gonna give it to them anyway. All I said was that you shouldn't really write them off because there are people out there who like those things as gifts, and they shouldn't be ashamed for it. If you think about it, there's really nothing morally wrong with gifting money to people. It's really just a cultural convention that makes it taboo, right? And even then, not everyone subscribes to that convention. That's right. I've never really met anyone who dislikes getting or giving money until you, I guess. I see. Yuri nervously twirls a strand of hair in her fingers, refusing to meet our gazes. I'm guessing she never really loses her arguments. But it's just so utilitarian. I get that, I really do. But like you said, the gift exchange shouldn't be the central focus of Christmas, right? I think that as long as you're happy with what you get, it should be fine. Sometimes you don't have to get anything I particularly want either. I don't have to get anything I particularly want either, and in those cases, I'm perfectly fine with receiving money. Plus, it's not like I turned down a gift from someone if I didn't like it. I'd still thank them for it and stuff. Anyway, people should just tailor gifts to the receiver's tastes. I only meant to say that money and food are valid gifts. To be honest, I think I'd be happy just getting anything from anyone, because just giving a gift shows that you care. Well, I guess unless the gift openly isn't chosen with me in mind. The conversation peters out a bit, leaving Natsuki and Yuri facing each other in silence. I see. Sorry for misunderstanding. It's fine, I guess. I guess this is something you're passionate about. Even so, I shouldn't have tried to refute your preference, seeing as that's a totally subjective thing. I should have made sure to understand your position fully. Ooh, I'm sorry for all the unnecessary trouble I caused. And how embarrassing. Like I said, it's fine now. I just won't ever get you money or food for Christmas. The room fills with a light chuckle, suddenly breaking the tension that had been filling the air. Thanks for stepping in, Richie. I seriously thought that Natsuki was going to say something terrible. Same. No problem. I was afraid of the same thing, so... Hey, I wasn't... Well... At me! So, too cute, man. One of your charms is being fiery hothead, though. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit of a hot-headed, but... Wait, how is that a charm? We've got someone loud and assertive to add diversity to our club. Otherwise, there's no one to stir things up. And that's supposed to be a good thing? Well, you do tend to challenge my perceptions in a good way. I do wish that our arguments weren't so heated, but it's good to have someone keep my judgmental side in check. And I suppose I wouldn't want to have sycophants as friends. Not to say that I'm such a great person that I'd warrant having sycophants. Same here. But it would be nice to have a butler who'd do anything I wanted. Like, she suddenly turns to me, snaps a finger, and points down at the ground. Richie, let me use you as a footrest. Who made me your personal butler? Hey, I don't pay you to talk back to me. You're not paying me at all. Maybe if Richie's class does a butler cafe next cultural festival, you could order him around like that. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that never happens now. Then how about a maid cafe? I love to see Richie in a maid outfit. Very funny. Very, very funny. Now, as if the internet didn't have any more ideas. Oh, that sounds like fun. You know what? I bet I look amazing in a dress. Once again, the room fills with cheerful laughter. Okay, everyone, now that that's over, since everyone is here now, how about we get started on the Secret Santa? Sure thing. My apologies, I didn't realize everyone was waiting for us to finish. Yeah, alright. Monica steps forward with a classic red and white Santa hat. There's a faint rustling of paper from within. Well guys, don't be shy. Take a name out of the hat and whoever you get is who you have to buy a gift for. I'll go first. Her hand disappears into the hat for a moment. She withdraws it after taking a look at the name of the piece of paper. She slips it into her pocket. Who wants to go next? I'm surprised you didn't ask her who she got, Sayori. Hey! I know how Secret Santa works, thank you. I laugh as she pouts and sticks her hand into the hat. Much like Monica, she also slips the paper into her pocket. Both Natsuki and Yuri follow suit, leaving me last. There's only one piece of paper at this point, so it's a pretty quick decision. And I got it. Yuri. I look over at her, but she's sporting a remarkably good poker face. In fact, everyone is. So it's impossible to guess who the recipients are. Well, that's that. This should be interesting. Wait, hang on. Where are we all going to meet? We hadn't got around to sorting that. Maybe we can have a Christmas party at someone's house. Can't do it at my house. Sorry. Me neither. My parents wouldn't approve. I wouldn't mind doing it at mine. Neither of my parents are home, so it's pretty much an empty house. You guys okay with a Christmas party around mine, then? There's a general murmur of agreement. Wait, what about food? Oh, that's a good question. To be honest, I reckon I could have a stab at trying to cook some food for us. Maybe some teriyaki or something like that? You? Make food for us? Yeah, what's wrong with that? I didn't know you could cook, Richie. Me neither. Me neither. Oh, he's okay. I never seen Monica with that expression. the slanted mouth really puts me off, to be honest. It's so weird. It just feels off center. You always used to binge on junk food and ready-made meals. That doesn't really fill me with confidence. Hey, don't underestimate Richie, everyone. I've tried his cooking before. He's definitely a fast learner. Wait, what? What was this? All three girls turned to look curiously at Yuri, which typically prompts a flustered expression. She came over to my place a few times. In fact, she was the one who taught me the basics. Where Richie learned to cook is beside the point, though. More importantly, I feel like this is a bit much to ask Richie to both host the party and to cook the food. That's true. It's a lot to put on his shoulders. I think he can handle it. It's fine, guys. It's not like I have to do much to host it, right? And I wanted to test out my cooking skills anyway. Well, if you're sure, then thanks for having us. It should be a lot of fun, guys. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, me too. I haven't had a Christmas party in ages. Your cooking better be up to snuff, Richie. Jeez, no pressure then. Give him the chance, Natsuki. Anyway, now that the party has been sorted, why don't we share some poems? Alright. So, Christmas party arc. I'm already really excited for this. Gosh. Oh? Today is a day we'll be spending with Natsuki, of all people. I was pretty surprised when she texted me last night and asked me if I can go Secret Santa shopping with me. Turns out their Santa was Sayori, so I guess Natsuki figured that I'd be the best person to shop with. I was hoping to spend the day with Sayori, but I didn't want to see what Natsuki would be like if I rejected her, so... Then again, I suppose Natsuki's blunt nature would help me pick a decent present for Yuri. There are quite a few people here, but I'm able to spot Natsuki's distinctive pink hair quite easily. She spots me and makes her way over. Ready to go? Ready when you are. Lead the way. So, seeing as Sayori's your best friend, any ideas where I should get her? Truth be told, not really. I'm not the best when it comes to Christmas presents. Really? You don't know? Nah, sorry. Anyway, let's just look around a few stores and see what we find. I mean, we're not in any rush, right? I guess. We proceed down the street, keeping our eyes peeled for any suitable shops. All the while, snow softly falls onto our heads as lots of other Christmas shoppers bustle around. Wait, this one could work? I peer up at the shop entrance. It's a closed shop, pretty solid place to start. Although I don't really know what her fashion sense is like. I mean, you could probably play it safe and get her a new bow. She's had that red one for as long as I can remember, so she might appreciate a new color. Yeah, but let's have this discussion inside, because I'm freezing! Sure thing. Ooh, okay, wait, new backdrop? Alright, nice. We make our way to the section selling hair bows. Man, I didn't even know such a demand for bows existed. So many different colors, shapes, and designs. What do you think of this one? She holds up a bright pink one. I can't help but feel like the choice was influenced by her own taste, rather than what Sayori would like. It's okay, I guess. She narrows her eyes at me, clearly expecting a more positive response. Here, look at this one. It looks like it would really bring out Sayori's eyes, don't you think? I guess it could work. It just needs something else, though. At the moment, it's just kind of plain. I almost bring up how the pink bow she just showed me was also plain, but I decided against it at the last moment. Something else. Yeah. She takes the bow from my hands and looks over for a moment. You know, you can get some sort of design on it. You can? She rolls her eyes. Boys. Yes, dummy, you can. Like an embroidery. Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? She shrugs her shoulders. Beats me, you're her best friend. Well, what about something from one of her poems? Like, I paused trying to recall any salient phrases from one of Sayori's poems. Was there a festival recital really 3 months ago? Happy thoughts? Seems to sum her up nicely. I knew I'd find a use for you eventually. No way. Is that a compliment coming from you I'm detecting? Shut up. I chuckled. Progress is progress. Anyway, now that we have Sayori sorted, what are you gonna get for Yuri? No, wait, let me guess. A book? No, actually. Huh? Nerd, I thought that'd be an obvious choice. Yeah, it is. That's precisely why I wanted to avoid it, you know? I've never been the greatest when it comes to picking out gifts, but I really want to make a special effort for Yuri. I don't really get why, but whatever, I guess. Anyway, so if you're not gonna get her a book, then what? I think back to the time that I spent with Yuri. Think, Richie, think! Try something outside the box. It's weird seeing you think so hard. I didn't even know you were capable of it. I pulled an unimpressed face. It's almost Christmas, Natsuki. Would it really kill you to show some festive niceness? It would. I roll my eyes and mutter under my breath. Typical. Well, if you don't want to get her a book, you're kinda stumped. All she likes are books and tea, so... But that's it! Eh? A teapot! Man, how did I not think of that? Because you're... Come on, I know just a shop. Okay, jeez. Ooh! Wait a minute. Hold up a second. Dude! This background looks so cool! Man, like, I wish my art was as good as this. Like, I really do. Like, look how beautiful this shop is. Would you actually see anybody shopping here? I know I would. As we enter the China shop, the visual overload hits like a truck. A huge variety of ornaments ranging in color, design, size, and price. Where do I begin? Whoa! We're gonna be here a while, aren't we? Sorry, I just want to make sure I get a good present for her. I didn't realize China shops had this much to choose from. It's sweet that you're making this much effort for Yuri. Really? I awkwardly scratched the back of my neck. You think? Anyway, what do you think of this one? I study the teapot she holds in her hands. It's fairly small, but sports an intricate pattern complete with flying doves. Artistic, to say the least. Not a bad choice. Actually, how much is it? She looks at the teapot, allowing me to read the sticker on the bottom. Jeez, do they think we're made of money? Nah, that's too much. I'm ashamed though, it's really nice. She sets it back on the shelf. I stare at wistfully as I pass by. What's your budget? I dig through my pockets to pull out my wallet. Mom left me a lot of money the last time I saw her. A time that feels like such a long time ago. At the absolute limits, like 4,000 yen? Natsuki's eyes widen for a moment, but she doesn't say anything. We've been browsing the shop for about 15 minutes for the most part. It's been fairly quiet. Every so often, we call out each other trying to get an opinion on potential choice. Although I'm not used to Natsuki's presence, I'd be lying if I said this was unenjoyable. My gaze eventually settles on a tempting-looking dark blue and white teapot. It's not too dissimilar from the one Natsuki picked out, both teapots sort of artistic patterns, although this one lacks a dove motif. The darkness of the blue reminds me of Yuri's hair and eyes, and contrasts nicely against the white. Hey Natsuki. Yeah? Come here for a sec. What do you think of this one? She pauses for a moment, studying the object in my hands. Not my kind of color scheme, but I guess I could see Yuri liking this. The shape's pretty cool too. I've never seen a spiral shape on a teapot before, let alone on a teapot that actually looks good. I hope to God this isn't too expensive. 3,850 yen. Cutting it fine. Yeah, this one will do nicely. Alright, come on. Let's pay and get a move on then. Ooh. Bags in hand, we step back out into the mall. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I really think Yuri will enjoy this gift. Hey Richie. Not like it was a big deal or anything, but she looks down on the floor fiddling with her coat. I wait patiently. Thanks for helping me get along with Yuri back in October. What do you mean? Don't you remember? About what in particular? It was when I asked Yuri to invite me to dinner with her, dummy. Oh, that. Yeah, it helped me put things into perspective, you know? And, well, you can probably see it, but we're getting along a bit better now. I'm glad to hear that, Natsuki. I know Yuri probably appreciates it a lot. Well, as do all of us. Don't get me wrong, she can still kind of act like she's on her high horse, and it's a bit hard to understand her sometimes, like her Christmas gift argument. But these past few months have helped me realize that she's still my friend, and I don't know what if we'd be as close if you didn't say any, or do anything. Wait, hang on. How did you know that I suggested to Yuri that she should invite you to dinner? Natsuki stares at me for a moment, incredulity written incredulity written. I can't read. Incredulity written all over her face. It was pretty obvious. I mean, you literally went ahead and whispered to her ear right before she asked me. I feel my cheeks redden. Was I really that obvious? Oops. Oh, I see. There's an awkward pause. Well, I'm glad we're working out. I'm glad things are working out between you two. Yeah. Oh crap, it's getting late. I really need to get going. Dad is going to go crazy. Fair enough. I should probably get a move on as well. See you later. Yeah, see ya. With a small wave, she heads off. I also take my leave. Today went better than I thought it would, so I'm in high spirits. Alright, moving on to the Christmas party, I hope. At least I hope so. I really want to see how this goes. Finally, Christmas Day is upon us. It feels strange being alone in the house on such a day. Normally my parents would wake me up and we all head downstairs for breakfast. But today isn't a day to lament on how they aren't here. All four girls are coming over, and given how much fun I had on Halloween, I'm confident today will be just as enjoyable. They won't be over for a while, but I've got to get a lot of stuff prepared, so let's hop to it. After finishing my morning routine, I find myself standing in front of the sink, idly contemplating what to cook for everybody. Fast food is an option, but it lacks Christmas touch, so I decided to riffle through the cabinets, hoping I could throw something tasty together. I'm still nowhere near Yuri's level, but if I keep a level head and focus on what I'm preparing, I should be okay. Yeah, I've got time. Once I decide on a dish, I hunt for the relevant ingredients. It looks like I got everything. That's the salmon and seasoning sorted. Bowl check, pan check. Let's give this a whirl. Okay, now to put the plastic wrap on top of this. It's open, come on in. Sorry I'd come out, but I'm in the middle of preparing this dish and it's super fiddly. That's okay, Richie. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Monica. She sniffed the air. Smells promising so far. I chuckle. So far being the operative words there. I'm sure you'll be fine. What kind of dishes can you make? Teriyaki salmon, which is something I made today, along with veggie stir fry and also some dumplings. Not together, of course. Obviously. Would you mind getting that? She obliges and heads to the front door. Two pairs of footsteps make their way towards the kitchen. A familiar red bow suddenly appears in the doorway. Hi, guys! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas to you too, Sayori. Woo! Well, that's this portion of food sorted. Now to put the salmon in the stir fry in the containers, so I'm free to concentrate on the next batch of food. If this tastes as good as it smells, I think we'll be in for a real treat. I'm glad you think so. Sorry that this isn't particularly Christmassy. So this is what you're making, huh? Eh? Natsuki, when did you get here? I didn't hear the doorbell ring. Someone left it open. Oops, sorry. Typical. Much like Monica, Natsuki also pauses to sniff the air. Not bad, not bad. You got a long way to go until you're on my level, though. We'll see. Well, make sure you don't screw it up. I'll do my best. Doorbell rings and both Sayori and Natsuki slink out of the room to answer it. That must be Yuri. And that's everything done. Time to take it out to the living room. Ooh. Oh wait, no, we've seen this before. Again, it surprises me every time I see it. Like, it's just so nice. Hey, Yuri. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Richie. She glances over to the dishes I just carried over to the table. Hi, it seems like your cooking skills have improved quite a bit. I have you to thank for that. Although I was tempted to get some takeaway. I'm glad I took a chance to try to cook a Christmas meal. Either way, thanks for teaching me. I didn't even dream about making this sort of stuff before I met you. Oh, no, you're just a quick learner, that's all. If you say so. Anyway, everything's ready, so we're gonna cue the other girls wander over. Okay, everyone, let's set the table together. I'm sure you're all as eager as I am to dig in. Yep. Uh-huh. That makes 4 of us. Well, here's the moment of truth. Dig in, guys. There's plenty to spare, too. I wait with a slight anticipation as the girls start serving themselves. This is the first time I've made food for multiple people, so I've got absolutely no idea what to expect the reaction to be. Richie? Yeah? Please don't tell me I messed it up. She swallows loudly and grins at me. This is really good! I'm not really big on fish, but the salmon is so tasty. Yeah, she's right. I'm pleasantly surprised. I didn't peg you as a chef when you first joined. I guess you did alright, yeah. Well, she says that, but she's practically inhaling her food. So far, 3 out of 4. But the one that's most anxious to hear from. Yuri? Her eyes are closed and she's slowly chewing on the food. We all turn towards her. Upon realizing this, she goes bright red and turns away. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. This is excellent. Eating here like this reminds me of past Christmases that I spent with my family. Yeah, I know how you feel. This is the first Christmas I spent without either of my parents. So I'm really glad that you guys are all here. I'd be really lonely otherwise. Well, that's what we're here for, Richie. I love it. I love it when we all meet up after school. We always have so much fun. Yeah, Halloween was really fun. It was hilarious seeing how much of a chicken Sayori and Richie are. Hey, I'm still convinced I heard footsteps in that creepy voice. Who knows? Maybe that Shinto spirit is still roaming the classroom looking for its next unlucky victims. Monica! It's Christmas, not Halloween. Can we not talk about that sort of stuff here? Sorry, Sayori. Monica turns to me. So, Richie, when did you learn how to cook? You said Yuri helped you, right? Yeah. She told me the basic stuff a few months ago, and the rest of it has just been practiced through trial and error. Given how much I was able to pick it up, maybe you should ask her for advice as well, Sayori. If I remember correctly, aren't you still a junk food connoisseur? Hey, so are you. Can't deny that, but still. I'd be happy to teach you how to cook some basic meals, Sayori. Yeah, maybe. So long as we have a spare fire extinguisher and I'm around, we should be fine. Hey! Everyone laughs. Well, everyone except Sayori, who sports a petulant looking pout. You know I'm just messing, Sayori. I reach out and affectionately tousle her hair. After a few more minutes, everyone finishes eating their food. Looks like it's time for the main event. Anyway, guys, now that everyone's eaten, we can move on to the part that you've all been waiting for. So, you made a game show? You made a game show host? Who made you a game show host? I like it. It makes it exciting. You're referring to the presents, I assume. You bet I am. Hang on, Richie. Richie, would you like some help putting the dishes away? Nah, it's fine. I'll get them later. Are you sure? It's no bother. Positive. Come on, guys. This should be a lot of fun. So briefly heading upstairs to grab Yuri's present, I speed back downstairs and straight into the living room. Looks like everyone else is already here. Okay, guys, everyone is here, so let's begin. Ooh, I'm so excited. To see what everyone got each other. So who's going first? I will. So he pulls out a package and hands it towards Monica. From our very own vice president? See what you got me. Smile illuminates her features as she unwraps the present. Inside lies a smart-looking diary combined with a stylish-looking pen. You're always writing stuff down and organizing things, so I thought this would be really useful. Do you like it? Of course I do, Sayori. Thank you. This is really thoughtful. The two girls share a wide smile as they embrace. But, well, they're off to a wholesome start. Aww. I don't know if you knew, but my last planner is pretty much full, so your timing couldn't be any better. Thank you once again. You're welcome. I suppose it's my turn now, so here you are, Natsuki. She has a small wrapped box over the small pink-haired girl. With a look of anticipation and surprise on her face, Natsuki moves the box to the table. Geez, this is pretty heavy. What is it? That would be telling, wouldn't it? Open it and find out. Natsuki hastily obliges, and the look on her face goes from anticipation to shock. For a moment there, she just sits there, staring at the newly unwrapped gift. From what I can tell, it's a mixer, but the kind used for baking. This looks super expensive. Her voice has dropped to a whisper. Don't mention it. You mentioned a while back that your old one broke, so it seemed like something that would be useful. But this one in particular is like the newest model. So how could you have? I mean, it's really expensive. So, like I said, don't worry about it. It wasn't an issue in the slightest. Although the next time we have a club meeting, I'm expecting a ton of cupcakes. Monica winks at her. Geez, thank you, Monica. I think this is the softest I've ever heard Natsuki's voice. It should be a piece of cake with this mixer, so I can definitely make loads for everyone. That's what I want to hear. Anyway, this is for you, Sayori. She reaches behind her and pulls out a small wrapped box next to Yuri's. I'm looking forward to seeing Sayori's reaction the most. Everyone's eyes light up as she takes a box from Natsuki's hands. Her excitability for receiving presents hasn't changed since she was a child. Oh, what is it? What is it? Before Natsuki can say anything, Sayori pulls the wrapping paper off. Ooh, a new bow! I love the color. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No problem. Sayori lurches over and attempts to give Natsuki a hug, although upon contact, the young girl flinches and pushes Sayori from her. You know I don't like hugs, Sayori. Oh, sorry. I just got a bit carried away. Anyway, check what's on the bow. Sayori obliges and brings the bow up to eye level. Oh, there's something written here. Happy thoughts. Yeah, I remember a couple of times over the past few months where you seemed kind of down. So I thought I'd use one of the lines in your poem to remind you to smile more. Things don't seem right when you act all weird, so I hope this is a good reminder. Thank you. Oh, look, she's tearing up. She looks around the room. I didn't mean to make you all worry. Hey, we all have our days, Yuri. If anything comes up, feel free to talk to us. She nods her head, cradling the bow close to her chest. Hang on a second. By process of elimination, it looks like Yuri and Richie got each other. Monica looks between Yuri and I with a knowing smirk on her face. That turned out to be rather convenient for you two, didn't it? Oh, yes, it appears that we did. What are the chances? Anyway, here you go, Yuri. With slight anticipation, I give her my present. She extends her hand out and hands me mine, causing us to unwrap our present at the same time. Is this what I think it is? It's a tea set complete with a kettle. Very Yuri present for sure. Yes, it's a tea set. I thought you would like it, especially when we read together. Plus, it comes with a few different types of tea, so I thought you could experiment a little. Yuri, this is really thoughtful, and I'd love to try out new flavors with you. So yeah, once again, thank you. Yuri looks thoroughly relieved. It looks like she's not used to giving presents to other people. Anyway, what do you make of my gift? Oh, sorry, I was just... My, Richie. This is gorgeous. What is it? It looks like a teapot. A really fancy one, mind you. Yep, that's precisely what it is. I was going to go with a book at first, but I didn't know which books you already had, so that was a risk that I didn't want to take. So I thought, well, let's think outside the box a little, you know? Well, I thought the design of this teapot was really nice and intricate, and it kind of reminded me of you. Okay, that sounded a lot less romantic in my head, and with everyone else listening too. Anyway, I know you like tea, so I thought this would be a safe bet. That's very thoughtful of you, Richie. Not only is the design wonderful, but you clearly had my interest in mind when you bought it. She's quiet for a moment or two. The other girls look around at each other. No one is quite sure what to say. Well, I'm glad you like it, Yuri. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Richie. To my surprise, she scoots closer towards me and tentatively wraps her arms around me. Aww. The motion surprises me at first, but I quickly lean back into her touch, enveloping my arms around her as well. A pleasant scent of mint and lavender fills my nose, and I'm surprised by the comfortable warmth of Yuri's touch radiates. For a moment, I'm lost in her embrace. A strong and strangely familiar feeling rests its way out of my heart and courses through my entire body. It makes me forget there are people in the room. An awkward throat clearing pulls me away from Yuri. So, what's next? Truth be told, I didn't really plan this far ahead. I thought everyone would want to go home after exchanging presents, but if you guys want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. I've got some board games you could play. Yeah, that sounds fun. They better not be boring. How about this? I pull out a box, one illustrated by an image of a large brain. Siri immediately brightens up. Oh, we haven't played this in a while. Cranium? Given the variety of talent in the room, I reckon that'll be a great pick. What's this? I've never tried it before. Me neither. Don't worry, the basics are pretty simple to pick up. I'm confident you'll pick up everything quickly. Even you, Natsuki. Mean. Anyway, let's start, guys. Chuckling at the irate look on Natsuki's face, I pull a small table towards me and set the board down, along with all the playing cards. It's pretty straightforward, guys. See this dice? You roll it and you land on a colored square. Whatever you land on a square, you'll have to draw a card and complete the activity written on it. The activities are split by color, so the blue represents drawing or sculpting it with this clay, and the green is where you have to perform something. Perform? Don't worry, it's nothing too crazy, like this one. Take a quick look at a green card. You just have to partner with someone, hum the song, and you've got 60 seconds to guess it. And don't worry, there's some word-based ones, so you're in luck. Yeah, this board game is super fun, guys. There's something for everyone. This actually looks kind of cool. I told you. Now, let's start. As I was hoping, the game is proving to be a big hit. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, meaning no one is a distinct advantage. It's fairly even so far, everyone enjoying it. It's currently Yuri's turn. She throws the dice, which lands on a color yellow. Wordworm again. Lucky you, eh? Okay, here's your challenge. I lean forward to take the yellow card from the box. I'm going to give you a word, and you have 40 seconds to spell it. That should hopefully be enough time. But there's a catch. You've got to spell it backwards. On your first try. Well, this certainly ups the ante, doesn't it? She takes a deep breath. Okay, I'm ready. What's my word? With my hand ready to flip over the small timer, I read the word aloud. Pavlovian. Oh, that's hard. Immediately, Yuri's face adopts a look of intense concentration. N-A-I... Yep, keep going. V... She looks at the clock. About 10 seconds have already ticked by. O-L... Doing well. V... More seconds tick by. It looks like she's about 30 seconds have gone. A-P... Yeah, that's right! You're so smart, Yuri! Geez, not gonna lie, that's not half bad. You're too kind. I simply had an easy word, that's all. Have some pride in yourself, Yuri. You did well. Anyway, you passed. So you get to roll again. I just hope I don't get green. Look on her face when she indeed lands on a green is priceless. Oh, hang on. I got it. Tennis elbow. Yes. Her eyes fly open right as the timer runs out of sand. Natsuki's blue activity involved her drawing a phrase, but the catch was she had to do it with her eyes closed. Personally, I was a little dubious over picking Sayori as the teammate who had to guess, but hey, she got there in the end. Look at that elbow. It looks like a floppy strand of spaghetti. As if you could as if you could draw even with your eyes open. Whatever you say, spaghetti arms. Hey, Natsuki, why don't you roll again? Sayori, always tactical at the best moments. Seriously? Red again? Not much of a fan of data head questions, eh? I would be if they were actually answerable. I mean, who would believe that Theodore Roosevelt named his son Kermit? Ain't no way Kermit the Frog is named. Ain't no way Theodore Roosevelt named his son after Kermit the Frog. Oh yes, I am Kermit. I am the son of Theodore Roosevelt. I'm sorry, I can't do a Kermit voice to save my life. Miss Piggy? Siri and Monica laugh as Natsuki scoffs. Your New Year's resolution should be get better sense of humor. I don't know, it looks like it's working so far. I gesture at the two laughing girls. Whatever, just give me my next card. Here you go! Well, this one's multiple choice at least. What's it say? In the legal field, what does perjury mean? Deliberately not turning up to court, deliberately telling a lie under oath, or attempting to bribe a judge or jury. How the hell am I supposed to know this? Aren't there any animes out there that involve trials or something? Yes, the 8th Attorney anime, which you guys should totally watch. Why would I want to watch that? It sounds really boring. Anyway, sheesh, I don't know. Well, you got 10 seconds to make a decision, so just take a guess. C? Shows the card over. Me? Come on, how am I supposed to know that? I did. Big surprise that is. Don't worry, I don't know either. Tut tut, you guys really need to brush up on your Latin. Yeah, cause we're really living in the Middle Ages, aren't we? Grumbling, Natsuki sets the card back at the pack in the back of the pack. After a while, the game eventually winds down to a close. It's definitely time to come down to the wire between Monica and Yuri. Monica's musical abilities have proven to be very useful in the star performer category, where the user had to hum or sing a tune and get the others to guess. Yuri, on the other hand, excelled at word-based activities. She rarely got one of them wrong. After a tense final round, Yuri eventually pulls through and is declared the winner. Even though Natsuki, Siri, and I didn't really have much of a chance of winning, it was still enjoyable to play and watch the showdown between Monica and Yuri. Whew, that was close, Monica. It certainly was. Well played, Yuri. Despite being a loser, Monica accepts her defeat gracefully. Sportsmanship at its finest. I don't know about you guys, but I had a lot of fun. We should definitely play this more often. Yeah, hearing you frantically hum those tunes was really funny. And you guys all had the honor to see my awesome drawings. I stretch and yawn, hearing the satisfying click of my joints as I do so. Time has really flown. Yeah, anytime you guys want to play, just give me a buzz. This has been a really fun Christmas. There's a general murmur of agreement as we all start cleaning up. Thankfully, there aren't too many pieces, so the task is relatively straightforward. You know, Richie, you kind of remind me of Yuri. Huh? What do you mean? You guys both have really deep look in your eyes when you start focusing on stuff. It looks a bit weird, but it suits you. I do? Monica nods. I noticed it as well. Don't worry, it's not a bad thing. Although it's a rather uncanny seeing such a deep look on someone that isn't Yuri. It's something I've grown to associate with only her. Whatever's attention on me, I'm not really sure how to respond. It's true that I've been spending time with Yuri as of late, so maybe... Well, I think he looks endearing when he looks like that. I mean... Oh... Well, duh, of course you'd think that. You two are pretty much together, like, all the time now. Well, this conversation is taking a fast detour into hot water. Speaking of which, I'm curious, are you two officially going out? Monica! Monica! That was me, not Yuri, my bad. The intense blush on Yuri's face mirrors my own feelings. Why did Monica have to put us on the spot like that? We aren't... Both our faces are practically on fire. Well, it's true that we aren't boyfriend and girlfriend. I definitely wouldn't mind if we were. Don't worry about it. I was just teasing you. Anyway, I think everything is packed away, so I'm going to have to get going. It's late after all. Thank you again for the gift, Yuri. Oh, you're welcome, Monica. I should probably get going as well too. Yeah, same. See you all soon. Bye, guys. Yeah, see ya. Dale looked curiously at Yuri. Sticking around for a bit, Yuri? Uh-huh. Oh, yes. I wanted a cup of tea, if that's okay. She looks imploringly at me. Yeah, that's cool. I'll put the board game away, so feel free to make yourself at home in the kitchen. The other goes to part, leaving an awkward silence between Yuri and I. At least it's cut short by her excusing herself. After carefully checking that everything is in its rightful place, I slot the board game back into its position in the cupboard. Hey Yuri, don't worry about that stuff. She'd taken the plates out. I was in the process of washing them up as I entered the kitchen. Oh no, you were kind enough to serve us, so it's the least I can do. Are you sure? I'm the host, so I shouldn't really be making you do this. It's really no bother. Well, if you insist. Still, you gotta let me help, okay? She nods as I roll up my sleeves and put on some rubber gloves. We wash the dishes together, slowly inching closer to until our shoulders are practically touching. A comfortable silence descends upon us, a silence that I'm surprised Yuri breaks first. It feels strange, spending Christmas with people other than my family. First time? She nods slowly. Parents not parents not around for Christmas this year? You could say that, yes. My mother would usually make teriyaki salmon and turkey, and then we'd follow it through with cake. Vanilla or milk chocolate was always my family's firm favorite. Oh shoot, I should have gotten dessert. I knew I forgot something. I'm sorry, Yuri, I totally slipped my mind. She smiled softly. Please don't worry about it, Richie. The fact that you cooked for me and everyone else today was more than I could have asked for. Ah well, I'm glad to hear that. I had no idea how the food would turn out, so this is reassuring to hear. Good thing I had a good teacher, eh? A playful nudge with my elbow causing her to blush. It was nothing. Her blush remains as we carry out washing dishes in silence. Hey, Richie? Yeah? I don't know how to put this, so I apologize if it sounds out of the blue, but I really enjoy spending time with you. Soft, vulnerable way she says it catches me off guard. I enjoyed spending time with you too, Yuri. The last of the dishes has been cleaned, but we don't move apart. If anything, we grow a little closer. By the way, yes? What exactly are we? Well, what do you mean? You know, when we were cleaning up just now with the others. They asked if we were, well, my god, asking her directly is proving to be exceptionally difficult. I don't know. I've never felt this way about someone before. Yeah, me neither. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this awkward. She laughed softly. At this proximity, I could feel her warm breath on my face. It sent shivers down my spine, but not the unpleasant kind. No, you don't need to apologize. It's a valid question. I guess I just don't know how to answer it. At this point, my heart is positively thumping out of my chest. I can actually hear the thumps. Is this really happening? With Yuri? I guess we don't need all the answers now. After all, I like what we have now. I do too. As we both turned towards each other, causing me to drown in her eyes, those deep pools of violet, so mysterious and enticing. A scent of lavender and jasmine oil permeates my nose, filling it with a scent as pleasant as the sight in front of me. Tentatively, I find myself reaching out to gently stroke her cheek and brush a lock of her hair out of her face. She closes her eyes for a brief moment and exhales onto my fingers. It just feels so right. We come closer and closer to each other as every nerve burns with anticipation. I can almost feel her lips on my. Oh, what's that noise? We break apart at the moment all but gone. Who is it? I forgot my present. Sorry. Irritation floods through my body, but why couldn't you just been more careful, Sayori? Sayori pops into the kitchen. Judged by the look of surprise on her face, she definitely didn't expect this. With a start, I realize Yuri and I still have our arms around each other, and as I take my arms off her waist, she quickly removes hers from my shoulders. Sayori's expression dims with look of what looks like sadness. It's replaced in a flash, though. Did I just imagine it? Sorry, guys. I found it. She picked up the bow from the kitchen counter. Why was it? Why was it there? Why was there is beyond me. By the way, Yuri, do you want to walk home with me? Yuri quickly looks at me and it's almost pleading. The moment is gone though, so I bitterly nod. Oh, sure. After carefully scooping up the teapot, she heads to the hallway. Sayori is already lingering outside. Sorry. It's okay, Yuri. It's not your fault. Besides, we could just hang out on New Year's Eve, right? Yes. Ooh, I mean, yes, of course. I like that. I can't help but smile to myself. Even though we were on the verge of kissing, she's still self-conscious about how eager she is to want to spend time with me. We'll make it happen, don't worry. One last quick hug, she follows Sayori out, leaving me to process what just happened. It might sound cheesy, but true happiness at Christmas doesn't come from material things, does it? Honestly, I don't think it does. But I think this is actually a good time for me to leave this video here for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, comment what you think, share this video with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a